Good morning, guys. Today we're going to take off the A-pillar covers and the grill across the front of the dash, take a look at the speakers. So let's get to it. Alright, first of all, to start with, I like using these these red plastic bicycle tire levers for popping off small panels. They're very gentle. They tend to not mar or mark anything. These happen to be made by Bontrager, but you can get them at any bicycle store, and they're really good for popping off any panels that are either fabric covered or light in color that you don't want to sort of mess up. So the first step to removing the grill is to get the A-pillar covers off. Now, to get the A-pillar covers off, you actually have to get off a smaller panel beneath. So let me move the camera over here and show you what I mean. So there's a small panel right here that has to come off, and that panel, it's just held on with a couple of clips. So I use the tire lever to pry up at the one corner and lift over, and that disconnects the panel. You can see there's a clip at the top and then a hook down at the bottom, and there's the area that covers. Now the next step is to take this A-pillar cover off, and that I would use my same, I would use my same little bicycle tire lever here to get under this edge and start the process, at which point I can get my finger under there. Got to kind of force your finger in and just give it a tug. There are a couple of clips down inside that hold the A-pillar cover on. So you would just tug and you work your fingers down to get to the second clip. Once you've gotten both clips pulled, let's see here, there we go, then you can merely kind of wiggle and pull back on the A-pillar cover and it will come out. Now this is necessary because this small tab right here hooks into the grill on the side and won't allow the grill to come off. So the A-pillar cover actually has a small plastic cord retainer here that's sort of snapped in place, and I find no reason to remove that. So I just sort of pull the A-pillar cover over, and so you can swing it around so it's out of the way. And you'll notice here, this is a side curtain airbag. And don't worry about damaging this or setting it off. For one thing, we're not using anything sharp, so we can't cut it. Number two, airbags are triggered by a G-force trigger. They're not, you can mess with it and not hurt it. People are scared of them, but it's totally fine. So that's a side curtain airbag. Here you've got wire loom. So now these tire levers come into play again. So stick the tire lever pointed side down under the corner and give it a bit of a push, and it will pop up, and then you can slide it to the side and give it a little twist. Then you can flip it around so the hook side is up, and you can work your way around and pop it all the way around here. So I'm going to go over to the other side and remove the other A-pillar cover in the same way. So you can see, as with the first side, we have this small side plastic cover there. Sorry for the poor camera angle. I'm holding the camera and working at the same time here. There we go. So that pops off in the same way the first one did. Now again, we can go up to the top and use our tire lever to form a gap to put our finger in, and then just pull until the snaps come off. Then work this panel up and back. Just tug on it until it comes loose, and you can swing it around and let it hang. There's the same side curtain airbag. So we'll go over here with our handy dandy tire lever, again pointed down, to initially get under the corner. Push till it comes up, then you can flip it over and work your way around Now that it's unsnapped, you can work it up and see what is behind it. So the front of this grill actually hooks in place. So under the grill, you can see here, you've got these hooks that push in place, and then these snaps that snap down. So the manner in which this is held in place is it is slid forward and then snapped down. So we'll pull that out of the way. There is the speaker grill removed from the car and laid out on the ground. So you can see the underside of it. Obviously, speaker grill opening, this would be the defrost air vent, tweeter, mid-range, more vent, and then the other mid-range. So that's the underside. And top side, you can see the shape. It's interesting because it goes inward here, and then you know, in the center it kind of bows out. So interesting view of that. We'll go ahead and put it back in the car. So now you can see we've got a mid-range speaker in the right-hand corner. Then you've also got a mid-range speaker and a tweeter in the center. And lastly, another mid-range in the other corner. So I'm gonna go outside and get a view through the windshield so you can better. So there's the passenger side mid-range. Then you've got the center dash, mid-range, and tweeter. And finally, the driver's side mid-range. So you can also see visible from here the windshield vents for defrosting, and you can get a look at the clips that hold the grill down, the foam surround. So it's a very well designed system. You can see that right here, if you can read that, it says Tesla Model 3 with a normal 3. Now on the A-pillar covers, here's an interesting detail for you. On the A-pillar covers, they have molded, you can see that, Tesla Model 3, and the 3 is the original 3 bars, A-pillar upper. So I believe that these parts, these A-pillar covers, were designed very early on before Ford sued and made them change the logo to a standard 3. So kind of a neat little interesting detail there. Here's part number sticker inside the A-pillar cover. And Model 3, get that there, Model 3 A-pillar left hand 1381 or 138I. So there's a serial number, part number. Don't know why you would ever need a part number, but there's your part number. And and here's just a close-up of the area that small plastic side cover covers over. So you can see the side plastic cover hooks down here, and then it snaps in place to this groove in the A-pillar cover. So, and it tucks behind the rubber seal here. So there's a large dash support bolted on there, wire harness held in place. The wire loom is wrapped in a very nice fabric tape. A-pillar cover goes behind this retention clip, and so that is, I think that's pretty much it. Now, I'll be doing my best to provide some other, simple videos of either disassembling various parts of the car or technical aspects of it. I'll be removing the trunk liner soon, possibly my next video. Videos coming up. Wheels. Ooh. Not to spoil anything, but I have wheels. So my 20-inch wheels came in. I'll be doing a video on those. Huge amount of research regarding going to 20-inch wheels in my instance. Not everybody with a Model 3 is going to deal with the grief I went through, but I'll explain that in my wheel video. So coming up, putting 20s on the Model 3 all the grief that went through that. Lowering it, putting lowering springs on the car. I've got my aerodynamics video coming up, a video on the stereo system. As I said, I'm going to be removing the trunk to show hopefully the subwoofer and any wiring under there. Oh goodness, I've got videos related to the lighting of the car, autopilot, as well as some more commentaries. Commentaries I know are hit or miss as far as whether or not you guys like those, but as I mentioned in my last video, I've got new intro for the videos, and so a lot going on with the channel. And but over the next month, some very cool videos coming up. So do me a favor, like and subscribe. The more you guys promote the channel, the more time and funds I can put into this. Actually putting the wheels on it, lowering it, a good portion of that is being paid for through the ad revenue from these videos. So I really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Tiny channel though it is, it's starting to make a difference. So thanks guys, see you next time.